Two. Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are across the world. Welcome back to the show. This is VIOC in action with other than your boy, Mr. Leon Hunt, better known as Mr. Ras Books. One time for the one time count cool, count quench. Guys, wow, this is the month is almost over. We got literally we got a day left to finish out our Olympic Spirit month. We had so many things going on this month. It was athletics all over the place on the Virgin Islands. I think I probably want to say June is probably the best time to catch all the athletics literally that's going on in Ireland. I mean, you got stuff from the youths, you got stuff from the juniors, you got stuff from the seniors, you got stuff in the masters. It's just so many different things going on. And the community, thank you guys for supporting, because we can't do without you guys. So very blessed on that for sure. And of course, all our great sponsors that we will talk about throughout the show. But yeah, this show is kind of unique because we're gonna dipple dap in two particular areas. Because we just got so much stuff to do. I just can't get everybody in one whole show, so we're gonna try to do what we could do. We still get our whole, oh man, July is like a big month too, so the summertime is just always some of the best stuff that you could imagine for just sports over here in the Virgin Islands. And all right, so we're good with the show. All right, so today's show is very special. Like I said, we're gonna double dap into two particular areas. But before I go that, your boy was out there at UVI representing for basketball. I was out there basketball doing my thing on the 22nd. If you guys want to know what I do, I'm not going to check out all the scoreboard and everything. You know, we ain't going to talk about that here. But we had a good team, man. We had, let me see, I think it was 5 teams in the particular, in the 19 and over. Total, I think we had just about 20 teams. From all the age groups, which is 12 and under, 13 to 15, 16 and 18, and then 19 and over. So that was good, and that was help from the Virgin Island Basketball Federation. And of course, their proud sponsors was First Bank, Color Max, ABA, and UVI, of course. And I'm going to forget about Virgin Islands Olympic Committee. So that was great there. We had the volleyball, which was on the 23rd on Sunday. That was great. That was going on down there at Brewers Bay early in the morning. One thing that didn't have, well, volleyball was great, but I had a co-ed team and I wasn't able to play in the team. So that sucks for me, because I came out and I was like, dang, man. So maybe next time they'll have a co-ed team, because, you know, you can't really limit us to just single, you know what I mean, for the people then, because sometimes you just, you know, you guys just need to have other areas in there where you could open up to everybody. But that was good as well too. So I wasn't able to play volleyball for that particular purpose. But it was cool to see everything there. And then moving, oh no, I forgot. At the end of the show, you'll get to see about this other part. So we ain't gonna even tap into that part. But big up to the regatta over there in St. Thomas Yacht Club. They was doing a thing all of the week before that. It was amazing, and we got a special guest at the end of the show. And what we did, we had, of course, the big golf tournament going on in St. Croix over there at the beginning, and the track and field, and we just had archery, and it was just, oh man, it was amazing. And those sponsors for the golf tournament, of course, was the silver sponsor was VI Lottery, and then we go on to VI Soccer Association. Don't forget about our personal best, VI Tourism, because who don't like to come to the Virgin Islands? And who else gonna get the news out there? Then, well, beside me is the Virgin Island Daily News, and of course our great old Olympic Committee. So that was great. All right, so moving forward from there. Oh no, wait, we're going forward actually. Don't forget about, let me see, tomorrow itself. Tomorrow is the St. Thomas Olympic Day Run, and that's going down in Megan's Bay at 7:30 a.m. I will be out there at 6:30 setting up. I'm gonna come down there, check it out. We got some really cool things for you guys. It's only a 2 miles, so you come out, show out, and do the thing. It's still early on a Sunday, so you'll be able to get the rest of the day. And then that would have been the completion of the Olympic Spirit Month. Okay, so now on today's show, moving forward, we got a special guest on here. Like any other time, we got a special guest. We got an athlete from our VI Tennis Association. He's from over there in quote unquote St. John's, live in the building. So, Mr. Tomas, live, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
All right, hey, Mr. Tomas. Okay, so how do we pronounce your name? Because people want to say Thomas, but tell us how it is.
I'm used to hearing the word Thomas, but it's Tomas del Olmo, so it's a little Spanish.
So Tomas del Olmo.
Del Olmo, yeah.
Del Olmo. Okay, great.
There it is.
All right, so last show I spoke a little bit about your show because I knew ahead of time that you was going, or well, you was actually at the time of the last show you was down in quote unquote Costa Rica, and I wanted to just tell the audience and everything what was going on so much about it, but I just had to wait because so that way I could get in contact with you and I want you to let them know what's going on. You see me, I said?
Yeah.
All right, so first of all, who is Tomas? I mean, some people know of you, some people don't. So who is this mysterious guy, Tomas?
Let's see. It's hard to say. I mean, I grew up in St. John.
Okay.
And I've been playing tennis since I was 9 years old.
Okay.
And I've represented the Virgin Islands a couple times in the sport of tennis.
Okay, so when was your first time did you represent the Virgin Islands in tennis?
I believe it was in 2010. I played something called Junior Davis Cup in El Salvador.
Okay, so 2010 to now, we talking about almost 10 years ago, 9 years ago.
Yeah, that was about 9 years ago that I represented for the first time.
Is that so? That's what we seen. For those who don't know, what came out in the paper. Is that the same company, the Davis Cup that was that you went to from years ago? This is the second time that you went back?
No. So the thing is, the Davis Cup is divided into seniors, which is like the like 19 and over or like 18 and over.
Okay.
And then you have the Junior Davis Cup, which is younger people. The Senior Davis Cup, the last time it was played was in 2012.
Okay. So that's what we had. The first time in 7 years that the U.S. Virgin Islands was sending participants. Of this information coming from VI source, but so who all went this time?
It was like of teams or on the team.
Yes.
Or...
From the Virgin Islands.
It's from the Virgin Islands. It was the captain was Colin Robertson.
Okay.
And then my friend Russell Armstrong, 18 years old, and then we had two experienced players, Nick Bass and Christopher Elian, that have both represented several times.
Oh wow! So we have 4 players down there then, and then the coach, Mr. Robertson.
And they're all actually from St. Croix.
Oh, okay, Cruz, I'm massive live over there.
Yeah.
All right, got you, yeah, man. Okay, so we had 5 representatives went down. How many countries did you guys play against?
There was at the competition there was 11 competitors, 11 countries including us.
Okay.
We played 5 days, so 5 different countries.
Okay, 5 days, 5. Okay, so I see here we had Antigua and Barbuda, we had Bahamas, we had Bermuda, we had Costa Rica because you guys, of course, was in Costa Rica. You can't have the home team without the home team. We have Cuba.
No.
We have Honduras. We have Jamaica. For those who don't know, it's pronounced, well, they call it Jamaica, but I'm saying Jamaica. Then they got Panama, Puerto Rico, our neighbors over there, and then Trinidad and Tobago.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
See, so all right, and okay, so let's get into so you played tennis ever since you were 9 years old. You got up. Let us know, how did you know you wanted to be in the tennis realm? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, so I would play a bunch of sports. Like I would do, there was like flag football here on island. There was always like sports opportunities for the kids. Like I do flag football, I do soccer, I sail, I do a little bit of tennis here and there. But then one day, I just told my dad, I was like, I want to focus on one sport and be good at this one sport.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me if I wanted to do that, I would have to work hard for it. And so I chose tennis. And ever since then, I started training every day. I tried to every day, and then sometimes twice a day to become a tennis player.
Oh wow! So you know what's so crazy? So on the show,
Yeah.
when I do speak to the athletes, because athletes usually have a different response back from the coaches and people in the federations, um, and it's very good to hear from athletes like really actually choosing one sport. Because we had this
Hmm.
talk numerous of times about choosing one sport and actually really want to be in that sport and training hard, which is subjective to whoever think they are, but training hard and trying to say, okay, I really want to be good in this sport. I really want to compete against the best. I can't go to the next level until I literally got to train hard.
Exactly.
You
Yeah, and
know?
that's the hardest part I feel because like there's so many like temptations to do other sports or like kind of I don't know. There's a lot of opportunities, especially down here, that like you want to take, but like you know that you have to keep training and playing tennis. Yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, well, so how do you
and any
think?
sport really.
Yeah, because in tennis you might say, okay, well you might need a hang on, well you might need a partner to train against because you know you got somebody else to hit the ball against too, or you're gonna do it against the wall, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Uh,
so tell me about those. I know you've been in situations where you had a partner or you didn't have a partner. Tell me how different it is to have or don't have a partner while training.
Having a partner is I don't know having a team. So it's weird because tennis isn't one of the most popular sports as you know in the Virgin Islands.
Okay.
So having like I never really had many training partners because I had my brother who played a little bit, my family played a little bit, but that was really about it. And then I'd play tournaments out in Puerto Rico. But having a training partner really motivates you to. It's just like so much better to train like how many hours you need to with a training partner over not having a training partner just because you're like doing it with someone. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like as
So
a team. It's easier.
so would you say tennis is almost an individual sport, but as well a team sport because you literally do need somebody else?
That's what's great about it. Like it's individual because you're doing drills. You can do drills by yourself, but
Mm-hmm.
having a team, like going to this Davis Cup event and stuff like that, having a team is like makes it a whole different sport almost. Because like your whole life you're playing tournaments by yourself, and then finally you go to this team, Davis Cup, representing your country, and it's a whole team thing. So you're working not just for yourself but for everyone else as well.
Gotcha. No, that's cool. Cause so okay, so you might not know. So I ran track and field, and track and
Uh huh.
field is a quote unquote individual sport, although we're a team sport as well because everybody have to bring in. They have to make sure they bring their luggage in. Like okay, you gotta keep your weight. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
if you because these are scored in points too. So you know
Mm.
you do over there the hurdles, and you do high jump and the sprints and long distance, blah 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 blah. Everybody do that. We come together, we add up the score. That's how your team win,
Okay.
right? When it
Yeah.
gets more on the quote unquote professional scene for track and field, although you might have a team there, then it goes from the medal count because medal count is really what pretty much translate a team doing something than a team not really doing nothing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, so that's how it is at least over here in track and field. Nah, that's cool, man. Oh, so would I am safe to say now? Are you considered the best player in St. John's right now for tennis?
On St. John, I don't like to say so, but out of the people there, I may be the best there. Yeah.
And we talking of the other people there that even older than you and younger than you. You just are the best right now, the real top of top.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I can say that.
All right, I like it. I like. Okay, so we talking about in the St. Thomas, St. John territory. Are you the best?
St. Thomas, St. John.
St. Thomas, St. John.
I could say so. Yeah, right now. Currently.
Okay. I like the confidence. I know as we gonna say, we gonna go across the water and add all of them in. Are you the best?
I couldn't tell you.
Ah, man, I thought I could get it out to you, man. I
There's
thought I
good
could
players.
get
There's good players. I mean, in the
it.
past, there's been very good players.
No,
Our
that's
seniors
good.
that
That's
left,
good.
they're now living in the States.
Okay, I got you, man. It's all good. I just pulling a leg, man.
Yeah.
I like to let. Cause look, the people don't want to know, you know, because you know we here. A lot of times we don't, like you said, tennis is not one of the most popular sport here. So the only
Yeah.
time we really get to see you is in the newspaper and we see your results. But seeing you in action is like, well, we don't really know, we see the stuff on the
Yeah.
paper, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, absolutely.
so it's good to hear from the athlete to say, look, man, look here, we good, we are one. When we go to these places, that we're gonna bang up on everybody, and that's what we're gonna do. All right. So moving on, how was your competition down in Costa Rica? Let me know about it.
All right, so it was really strong. So like I said, we haven't set a team in that many years, in 7 years, and all that time that they've been setting teams, it like serves every experience that you go to this tournament, you learn a little more and a little more.
Mm-hmm.
So since we haven't been there in like 7 years, we learned a lot this year. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like learn about like different competitors, different countries, like how they play and stuff like that. Like we were put in a hard group, and we were put in Group A with Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, Bahamas, and Antigua.
Yeah.
So that Group A was said to be the hardest group, and in those groups, there was at least one player that was a professional at one point or another.
Oh no, that's good. I like when you actually, well at least when athletes get the chance to be able to play a professional or somebody who once was like, look,
Yeah.
dude, like I remember you was on top, and I know I learned a little bit of tennis on the golf course. Don't ask me how, but that's what happens. A lot of stuff happened on the golf course, but
Yeah.
I learned how hard it actually is to get a ranking and be able to even get that chance to make it a bit to the top, because the ranking is crazy.
Yeah, it's the competition there it comes to is very hard to get your first point professionally and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like this competition was so cool because of the fact that you could be if you were playing one on the team, you could play a professional almost every day.
Right.
Was the thing. So it's so hard to get that point, but at the same time, this tournament gave you that opportunity to play a high caliber player.
See,
that you wouldn't play in regular tournaments. You know what I mean?
So do you think that it's an advantage of being from the Caribbean, and being able to play against professional players that's outside, because we are in the CAC group area, and when we go places, we usually get invited. Knowing our country is small, but sometimes that be an advantage or a disadvantage.
I believe it's an absolute advantage because you're getting to play these guys that say you're in a pool of not so many tennis players, but at the same time you're about to play against big time players. You know what I mean?
So it's
like
quality
from like Bahamas or Costa Rica, from places that have like 5 million people. You know?
Right. So it's like it's all to me. So I look at our CAC group as in, especially when you compete for your country, is like.
Yeah.
You are the best of the best in your country. Your country have hundreds of thousands of people, or maybe just 20,000, or even 40,000. But you're the best of that, and then you go to another country who have 1 million people, and then you're like, what? Like you the best out of this here? And statistically,
exactly.
the more people you have in your country, the better chances that it is that the person that number one is there is like, yeah, okay, I got a chance to run against this man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I love it. All right, well look. Let's take a quick short break. We'll come right back. Talk to my man. Not Tomas, but Tomas. Live in the building on here. Tomas. So, straight from St. John's, representing for the people over there. So, in VI Tennis Association, doing the big stuff down there in Costa Rica. Come back and get some more information from my boy. All right, so you don't know. Let's continue listening up to VIOC in action. We'll be right back in a bit. Boom. Hello, welcome back to VIOC in action. We're back live in the building with my boy Tomas over here teaching us about tennis, how his experience was down there, representing us at the Davis Cup in Costa Rica last weekend. No, 2 weekends ago. Well, I guess it was last weekend. So last weekend from the 17th to the 17th to the 27th of the 17th to the 22nd of our Olympic Spirit Month. So Mr. Tomas. All right, so we want to know. I gonna ask you because people don't really know. What was the results of the meet? The competition. What was our results there?
It was tough. I'm not gonna lie. But you have to remember that we're playing like the best people of every country. We came out of the 11 teams. We came in 10th.
Okay.
just ahead of Trinidad and Tobago.
Mm-hmm.
And then we lost to Bermuda 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
So we could have been 9th or 10th.
Okay. Bermuda 2-1. Okay. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to beat them man back up again because we
Next
get
year.
more right,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because
That's
here
right.
what? It ain't even over yet because we got other representatives from the Virgin Islands that's going to other world championships and world events, and they're going to be there too. And guess what? That's how the thing go for the thing. So that's the best thing about representing your country is that I know we have individual sports, right? So like you got tennis, I'm over here in track and field, I like to run ball or whatever it is. But here's the thing, just as we spoke about in track and field where you gotta hold your ground and then everybody collectively they come together and then they score big. So y'all did y'all thing over there in tennis. The track team gotta go do their thing. We get basketball with the women and males going down to Colombia. To Peru and gonna do their thing. So as a whole now, each federation got an association got to come together, bring in what they have, and then that's how you get ranked in the world. It's like what? The Virgin Islands rank nice because they do their stuff over here. Bam, 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 bam. That's how it looked like. You check. So
Yeah,
that was
absolutely.
cool. So wait, you are 19-year-old, correct? 19 years old.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you just entering. You ain't even 20 yet. Oh gosh, I remember when I was 19. It was actually pretty cool. I liked it. So where you go to school? Where you picking up? What's your? I'm assuming you're a freshman in college. Like, let us know what's going on because this is you're literally a role model for our youth STEM now because you literally are the guy. Like, look, guys, I doing this thing. You guys could do the same thing I do. Let's hear it from the man.
Absolutely. And everyone can get out and study abroad and play their sport in college if they work hard enough for sure. But yeah, I'm 19. I graduated last year from Gift Hill School, and I'm now in New York, Albany, in a school called Siena College, playing Division I tennis.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a major in accounting right now. So
okay.
At the same time, getting the education and also playing against players in the MAC conference in the MAAC.
Right.
There's various schools there that we're playing almost every other weekend that we're playing against each other, and just overall training every day as well at 6 a.m. And just trying to improve my tennis game. And it's cold, I'm not gonna lie, but
I know. I was up in Ithaca. I was at Cornell.
Oh yeah.
In 2014 into 15, and you know they always say, well, this winter is going to be the coldest winter ever. And let me tell you something. That heck was true because that man had 2 blizzards, and that hey look let me tell you something, right? When you see the snow up to your window and you on the second floor of the building, that's how you know for sure you don't need to go outside. You know what I mean?
That's for real. Yeah.
But here's the crazy thing too. In that area, cause they call it Central New York. When you in that area, that's so normal to them that these men that just act like it's a regular day. Literally. Oh yeah, man. I was like, what? No, man. Yeah, we just shovel it out of this and that. I'm like, yo, that's something I don't really. I'm glad I'm not up there anymore. But Coach Durant from track and field, he's up there. He's the coach. He's the coach at Cornell for the men's team. He will be on the show later on. Well, not this show, but he'll be on the show coming in July. So he could tell us about all the winters that they have up there. And believe me, he do not like winters. But boy, oh boy, it's all good. All right, so you in Albany up there. You're doing your thing. You in the MAC. You playing them man there. How does it feel to be, let's just say, all right, so how does it feel to be a representative from the country playing in a university level, being there, knowing that some of those guys probably never get a chance to even play professionals like how you have? How do you manage the differences? Because, I mean, usually a lot of time we all go through this, especially when you represent your national team, that you get back to your school and then everybody say, wow, Tomas think he a man because he represent the Virgin Islands and this and that. And then, you got the other players who are like, yeah. So tell us about that.
I mean, that's the cool thing about it. I mean, I haven't gone back to school, but when I do, it'll be a cool experience to tell like the people that I play with on my team that don't have the opportunity to represent their country just because they're from places like India or Pakistan or even the U.S. where there's millions and millions of people and they may never get to represent their country. So when I go back, it's like it'll be a cool experience to tell them. But at the same time, playing those, there's a lot of people from up in the north and the schools we play that maybe one day go professional.
Yeah.
So you never know who you're playing now that may play professional in the future. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. Because opportunities come just like that.
Absolutely.
So in your league now, in when you're in NCs, you say you just finished your freshman year, right?
Yes.
So did you make it to national? Well, how was conference?
All right. So the team has been over the years. We got a new head coach, Jeff Osborne, who has been building the program for about 4 years now, because back in the day we would lose almost every other match. So 4 years ago we got a new head coach and he started recruiting, and then so now our seniors going in, we have a stronger team than we did before. And so last year we came in conference. To get into the conference finals, they do regular season, and then regular season you have to come in fourth or above to play the MAC tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you win in MAC tournament, you get a bid in the NCAA tournament. So I don't know if you caught that one.
I did. So you gotta be able to get you gotta be able to get in top four, and then from that particular
exactly. And we came in fifth. We lost the last match.
Dang it.
Against Fairfield to make it to that MAC tournament, which the school hasn't been there in like 10 years.
Oh, so, wow. All right.
We were right there to get into the MAC tournament, and then if you win MAC tournament, you get into the NCAA tournament.
Okay, so you gotta get into MAC, win MAC to get into the NCs.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the NCs now, how many schools I would say, because I know, well, we got let me see. If you get into the MAC, I'm assuming that's like the East and the West, and then after that, then you get a bid from that bid, and then you get a total of how many schools in NCs. So how many schools could go to NCs?
To the tournament?
Yeah.
In the tournament, I believe, I'm not really sure how big the draw is, but I want to say like maybe 48, 64 teams.
Yeah, I thought so too, right? Because I know usually they'll split it in half, everything past the Mississippi line on that side or the river on over there, and then the next side over there, and then you just get those top over here, and then the top on the east meets the top on the west, and then that's what becomes the nationals.
Yeah, but since we're a small conference, they give us one bid. But like if you're in like the SEC or something, I think they give like 2 or 3 to the teams there.
Oh, but, so that kind of sucks then, because you got to work extra harder than extra coming in third place, and then okay. Well, guess what then? Hey, if you that's what you gotta do. That's the challenges, and it's fixed.
That's the goal.
That's all it is. So honestly, you just want to be the powerhouse of your league, and then you just make it in. That's how I see it.
That's how it has to be.
All right,
that's what we're working
like
for,
a plan. All right, I love it. Now, transitioning in, because part of this show, we like to talk about our health and all those great things. And for each athlete that come on here, different sports is so. We just like to talk about what they eat, how to train like that. Well, we spoke about how to train, or at least what you did. But tell us about your health, your eating habits. What does it take to be the tennis player?
I mean, for it, it's a lot of I eat a lot, just because you're always training and stuff like that. But nothing like in school. I'll start with home. So at home, I don't really eat out that much. I'm always eating at home, and like just like healthy food from home. Like obviously not all that junk food, but like home cooking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when I train is also, so I train those twice a day, and then I'm always eating big dinners, big lunches, stuff like that. In school, I'm always in the dining hall eating fruits, proteins, carbs, stuff like that. Just to keep in check, but always trying to keep it pretty balanced. You know what I mean? Like I remember going back from practice and just eating so many eggs and stuff like that. Just you get tired of it almost.
I could imagine. I remember. Well, yeah. I would say keep it balanced for sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell anybody right now at this stage to just go out there and eat whatever you really want to, unless you're just
No.
number one in the world, and then I really can't tell you anything, you know. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
but if you ain't number one, just keep it balanced out. You know what I mean? So that's cool.
Yeah.
I like it. All
Gotta
right.
stay away from the fried, too much fried and stuff like that.
I know,
Yeah.
but French fries that taste so good on chicken wing
They
and
taste
all
so
them
good. I'm
Johnny
not gonna
cake
lie,
and
but
things,
you
so
can do a
fried
cheat day every
fish.
once in a while.
You know what I mean? But see, I tell people who's not an athlete, you know, let's just call them the civilians, the average Janes and Joes and Janes, right? I tell
Yeah.
them now is like, cause they don't burn as much calories as we do.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's a difference because I could go out there and I could be wrong, but guess what? I'm usually never wrong. I could go out there, eat a nice 3 piece, 4 piece, 5 piece, cool. But guess what? In about when I go practice in the next 2 hours, I done gone out the system one time, boom, right?
Yeah.
Somebody else who doesn't do that, or at least does 30 minutes a week of some type of exercise, and I recommend them not to do that, you know, because it ain't the same way. Like I know what you point in, but we pushing that heck right out. It's getting right out to the system. And you know, after heavy training, like you say, you'll go back and want to eat a whole bunch of eggs and stuff. But you know, just protein in general. So I do recommend people who are not burning the carbs out there. Don't put so much in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Just keep it balanced.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Okay,
Yeah.
so in tennis, you guys do a lot of action from the left to the right. I know a lot. So agility, flexibility, anything quick movements, like you need some response time, reaction time. So tell me about. We're gonna enter into the injury realm now. So I want to figure out now preventive injuries. So what's the likely injuries? What are the likely injuries that you have in tennis, and what can you do to prevent them? Because I know a lot of stuff is side to side on the shoe wear and cross trainers. Let us know about it.
So you just want to know basically like what type of injuries tennis players get and like how to prevent them usually.
Correct.
So tennis players get. I think it's one of like after football or something, like one of the most like sports that you get injuries from just from overuse. So you get anywhere from arm injuries like the
tennis
tennis
elbow
or whatever.
Yeah.
That's in like your forearm area. Then you get shoulder injuries like rotator cuff and stuff like that from serving all the time. Knee injuries like leg injuries, all that. Like you get a lot of back problems people have from playing tennis. And those are really basically the biggest injuries that someone could suffer from tennis.
So all those injuries sound horrible, which means that if any doctors out there, look for tennis players because they seem like the next best people to go to and
best business.
Because right, it's the best business outside of football. You know, football, man, 1 year equal 3 to 5 years. So
that's right.
Man, I didn't know tennis was so rough. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I mean that's the misconception. Everyone's like, I know trainers at my school that like are used to dealing with like the lacrosse players, the basketball players are like, yeah, tennis is like kind of like a wussy sport, you know?
Yeah, man.
I mean, people just get injured so much just because of like overuse, not like from physical contact, but with the actual training itself.
That's what it seemed like because I'm like in my mind I knew tennis elbow. I was thinking because there's so many laterals going on, I'm thinking rolled ankles.
Yeah.
And
yeah, people roll their ankle. The ankles have to be super strong. So many people wear braces and stuff like that. Yeah.
So what type of shoes now? Because you know people think they could wear one shoe for everything. So I think shoes are made differently because they're required for different things. Just so people don't know that. So you can't wear one shoe for everything. It's not one shoe that's made for each thing. So tell me now, what type of shoe do you recommend just in general? You know, regular old me that who want to play tennis.
Just anything. So the thing with tennis shoes is that you can't use. I see players all the time in Virgin Islands and just in general using running shoes for tennis shoes.
Okay.
And the bad thing about that is that they're not firm on the bottom, and like they not only mark up the court, but they like slide around. Your foot slides around in it. So like you said, all those like sideways and lateral movements, you like feel them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not like running where you just run straight.
Right,
like, you're only stopping and turning, and like oftentimes like the gel in the running shoes, like you feel it like kind of moving almost. You know what I mean?
So you hear that, Virgin Islanders? Go ahead.
Exactly.
Stop wearing
like a flat bottom.
So stop wearing running shoes when you're out there playing tennis. That's going to end up in one of these doctor's office then very soon.
For twisted ankles, for sure.
Okay, so do we want... Okay, so no running shoes. So we need running shoes for just running now. Got it. Cool. We need high top shoes. Well, like basketball shoes? Are you saying like basketball now?
No. You don't get... There's not really high top shoes either, because that doesn't give you too much mobility with your ankles itself. You know what I mean?
Okay, so no...
Like they don't sell too many high top shoes. There's an industry for tennis shoes, you know. Just like, I don't know, it's just... Like
okay, I know a shoe everybody know. They know Huaraches. The Huaraches, not just because of the style of it, Huaraches are with that type of shoe, would you consider a good tennis shoe?
So the Huaraches?
Yeah.
If they would be a good tennis shoe?
Yeah. So somebody could get a good idea of what would be a good tennis shoe to wear.
These would not be a good tennis shoe to wear. Just because the tennis shoes they don't have too many. See the ridges on the bottom of the shoe? Like they don't have too many ridges itself, like too many spaces in between. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like,
so the less space so something that don't have too much space on the bottom of it.
It's like flat bottom, kind of like like good support. You know what I mean?
So question: cross trainers. They're named cross trainers for a reason, because it was once said that cross trainers is made for all sports, and you can try it on everything, or at least that style of shoe. What would you say about that one?
That's definitely closer, I believe.
Okay, so if you don't want to, if you're not a big tennis player and you ain't want to invest too much in it, you just go ahead and get a cross trainer, where you could use a cross trainer for tennis and running and basketball.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And whatever else you want to do, you know? So at least you get something real basic. So maybe there are one shoe that goes for everything, which is a cross trainer.
I guess so. And if it doesn't mark up the course, some course have like, you know what I mean, like rules, but like for physical, like so it doesn't hurt yourself, so you don't hurt yourself. Yeah, the cross trainers would work.
Okay, I like that one there. That's a sound good, man. Wow. Okay. So look here. I know you're getting ready for practice, right? And I know I don't want to make you late, because if I was the coach and you come late to the practice, I don't care what the situation was. Hey, coach, I was talking to Mr. Leon Hunt right on the show for the ball. He was like, what? Okay, we're getting in line. Let's do some suicide. Let's do it. You're like, dang. So it's all cool though. Oh my goodness. I want to continue more, but I don't want to make you late for practice. So give me the last words you want to let the people let them know what's going on with my man Tomas and what you got coming up.
All right. So, just thank you so much for having me on the show, first of all. And I've always appreciated, like, being from the Virgin Islands just because of the opportunities it gives me. So that's why I never changed my flag to the U.S. or anything, because I love being from the Virgin Islands and I love representing my country here. And I think that a big thing is growing sport in the Virgin Islands, to follow that, because it helps you with your discipline so much, as well in school or anything you do and any passion you have. And coming up, you asked me, right?
Yes.
So coming up right now, I have, of course, next year I'm going into my sophomore year at Siena College. But so that's a lot of tennis in general. But I'm in an alternate list to maybe play the Pan American Games in Peru in July.
Yes, sir.
So if I get into that, which I don't know yet, we're still waiting for the okay to get into that tournament, but that'd be the coolest experience, because there's players that are number 60 in the world, 50 in the world playing that tournament from South and Central America and North America. So
I love it.
Get into that. Yeah.
Well, hey man, I've been to the Pan American Games a couple times, and the experience is awesome. But it's not as awesome as you are, Mr. Tomas, because your name is just Mr. Tomas. But on another show, I got to get you back because I didn't want to rush you on everything. You know what I mean? But we'll get you back on the show another time again. we could finish up our conversation. And even by that time there, would be Mike down there in Peru. So it's all good, cool, man. Thomas, thanks for coming in. We'll see you again next time. Have a great practice. And tell your coach I said hi.
All right, man. I appreciate this so much, and we'll keep in contact for sure.
Yes, sir. You don't know do your thing. You know as the man say, Virgin Island, nice. So nice. Yes, I keep it up.